Hey, Tripsters! Doctor Who. Spoiler alert. Okay, if you haven't seen the last two seasons, or at least the last season of Doctor Who, you probably don't want to see this, because I am going to talk about what happened. Okay, Doctor Who fans, they have been really, really upset with the latest storyline. Okay, now I only recently, very recently in fact, got to watch the last two seasons of Doctor Who. Okay, that would be the two seasons with Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor. Now, here's the thing. Fans got royally pissed off with the ending of the last season when they did the storyline of the Timeless Child. And honestly, when I heard people talking about it, I thought, well, no, they can't do that. But then I sat down and watched it. And I was like, damn. Hey, that's actually pretty good. Okay, here's the thing. People are upset because the Doctor is apparently the Timeless Child. Okay, I don't have a problem with that. But people are upset because if she is the Timeless Child, then William Hartnell was not the first Doctor. Now, we have for 50-some years always known that William Hartnell was the very first Doctor. Okay, and we were fine with that. But now with the Timeless Child storyline, that means there were a lot of Doctors before him. Okay, well, I don't have a problem with that because, I don't know, it enhances the storyline, I guess. It's just, I don't get why people are so upset, because if you look at it this way, up until the show came back, there had been 8 Doctors. That was it, just 8. So when they brought it back, Christopher Eccleston was the 9th Doctor. Now wait. Apparently, since coming back, we had the War Doctor, which means, okay, we had 8, and then the 8th one transformed into the War Doctor, and then the War Doctor regenerated into Christopher Eccleston. Okay, so that makes Christopher the 9th, David the 10th. Well, you get the idea. So we actually had more than we realized. So if we can have more than we realized coming forward, why can't we have more than we realized going backward? That shouldn't be a problem. And the way the storyline is laid out, it actually makes sense that if we could have more than we thought coming forward, then we could have more than we thought going backwards. I mean, you can't have it both ways. If it's okay for him to have more lives coming forward, such as the War Doctor, then why is it not okay to have more going backwards? Now, they say, according to the storyline, that the Time Lords were the ones that decided you could only have 12 regenerations. But the storyline also says that you actually had more than that, or they actually had more than that before the Time Lords put a limit on it. So, if they had more than that to start with, what does it matter how many times you regenerate? Now, the biggest problem I have is this. Everybody is pissed off because the Timeless Child is supposed to be the Doctor, meaning it messes with the original storyline of only 12, William Hartnell being the first. But if you think about it, where did the Doctor get this information? The Doctor got this information from the Master. The Master has been a bad guy on Doctor Who for years and years, generations, decades, literally. Okay, now I'm not saying that this is the storyline, but think about this. The Master is the bad guy. He manipulates to get his way. What makes you think he is telling the truth? Okay, even if it's true it doesn't really hurt the show. It enhances it, in my honest opinion. Okay, I know a lot of Doctor Who fans won't agree with that. But in my opinion, it does enhance the show. It gives more room for storyline going backwards. Okay, but why are people automatically jumping to the conclusion that this is the absolute truth? It came from the Master. He could just be making the whole thing up. He is the bad guy. He is a liar. He is a manipulator. There is every chance that this is just a big lie that he is telling the Doctor. I mean, he also told the Doctor that he destroyed Gallifrey. Well, when you get there, it is destroyed, so we know that part is at least partially true. It was destroyed. Whether he did it or not, it definitely was destroyed. Okay, and he destroyed everything except the memory bank? What? Why would you do that? You destroy everything except the memory bank. Now, what makes you think that he didn't use the memory bank and manipulate it to make it show or say whatever he wanted? Because he is a master. He is a mastermind. And he manipulates and he lies. What makes you think that he's telling the truth and that he didn't alter those memories? Okay? Or even better, or worse, depending on how you look at it. How do we know the Doctor is the timeless child? Because the Master said so? Wait. If you follow the storyline of the timeless child, this child was found, and when the child first regenerated in front of the woman, that's when she discovered the regeneration and that it was possible. So she tortures the child to get it to regenerate over and over and over in order to figure out how to make herself and her people be able to do that. Okay, if a child is tortured that much, don't you think it would drive them just a smidge crazy? Who is the craziest person on this show? The Master. He is as crazy as a shithouse rat, and he's evil. Okay? So, wouldn't it make more sense that he is lying to the Doctor and that he is actually the timeless child, and the torture he went through as a kid at the hands of that woman is what drove him crazy? To me, that makes a lot more sense. Okay, I'm not going to be upset either way, because if he is the timeless child, that explains a lot, okay? That explains why he is crazy and evil. And if the Doctor is the timeless child, it only enhances the storyline, because in one big swoop they explained how and why the Doctor is regenerating so many times, even though you're only supposed to have 12. No, you're not. That's what the Time Lords did, okay? If the Doctor is the timeless child, the Doctor has an unlimited number of regenerations, because that's the way it was to start with. And think about this. Where did that child come from? Where did the timeless child come from? What, that woman just found her standing there alone. She had just come through the gates. Where do those gates lead? What is beyond those gates? Who are the people that live beyond those gates? Why was the child sent away? Why was the child abandoned there? That's a whole other storyline that we could go into. I mean, that the show could go into. Okay, so either way, whether the Doctor is actually the timeless child or the Master is the timeless child, either way, it enhances the show. But keep in mind, the Master is the one that told the Doctor and showed the Doctor that the Doctor is the timeless child. Okay, I will believe it when they actually play it on out and prove it to be the truth that the Doctor is the Timeless Child. But until that moment, I'm not going to jump to the conclusion that the Doctor is the Timeless Child, because she was told she was the Timeless Child by the Master. The Master is the bad guy. The Master is a liar. The Master is a manipulator. The Master does whatever the hell he needs to do in order to get what he wants. This has been known for decades. So I don't understand why people are getting so pissed off, because the Master is the one that told the Doctor this. That means there is every chance that it's a lie. And like I said, it would make more sense if the Master is the Timeless Child. It would explain why and how he is so crazy. Okay? But that is just my opinion. Either way, I think the storyline works. And I cannot wait until the show comes back and they finish explaining what the hell is going on. Okay? But I think that is going to do it for now. This is icepets Queen, and I am tripping out.